Hey Robin, everyone loves the Drake fans here. It's Terrence coming to you from the beach. Look at this. Let me raise this up here and you can see there's the beach. And it is Saturday, and they're actually calling for a hurricane to come hit right here. I'm in Wrightsville Beach near Wilmington, North Carolina. They're calling for a hurricane to hit here maybe Thursday, so this may look very different come Thursday. But as of right now, the weather is beautiful. I mean, the sky, that looks like just, Chamber of Commerce weather, it's pretty amazing. And so, what am I doing? I'm looking at a book that's covered in snow. But what's funny, I wanted to do this book because, let's move these a little bit so you can see more of the beach. There you go. I wanted to go over this comic book. It's Robin, stop, there we go. Robin 89, because I mentioned it the other day on the podcast about Robin's winter suit here, and I said I thought how cool it looked. What's funny is the artists Woods and P-Boy, it looks kind of different in the issue, but they're also the ones who did the cover, so the cover looks a lot different than the issue. But I always thought this was a cool suit, and it's the complete opposite of the beach. But this is Robin 89. I don't have Robin 88 or Robin 90, so I don't really know how we get into this, because it starts off, it says a serpent in paradise, and it starts off right away with action, and it feels like this is like a second part of a story. But since I don't have Robin 88, I'm not sure if it is. But with Chuck Dixon, and it's also written by Scott Beatty, which is weird because I don't remember Chuck Dixon doing a lot of collaboration. But what's Chuck Dixon stories jump right into action all the time anyway, so it could be a Chuck Dixon story. But what's funny is it starts off kind of like what we are, at the beach, or underwater in the beach, I should say. And he actually even mentions that he's in the Carolinas. Right here he says, we are in the middle of the Atlantic, miles from the Carolina shore, and that's where I'm reviewing this here. So here I thought, this book would be about all this snowy winter stuff, and it starts off right where I am in the Carolinas. And he's got this friend, or Tim has got this friend Danny, who has kind of disappeared, but now is being attacked by these giant cobra robots, and it moves really fast. You can see there's a lot of big panels, not a lot of dialogue, moves really fast. Tim escapes these giant robots, but his friend Danny gets captured by Cobra, which Chuck Dixon likes to use Cobra a lot. If you've read his Bane Conquest miniseries that just came out, that's all. Cobra is the big bad guy in that one, fighting Bane and Batman, so it's kind of weird. So Danny gets away with Cobra. So Tim contacts Oracle and tries to get some information, and they get some information that leads them to the Himalayan mountains. And so here you can see, I don't know what was going on with the Wayne jet, because they're using a Rent-A-Jet up there. Let me see if you see here. Rent-A-Jet. That's kind of funny. You'd think it would say Wayne Corp or something, but it seems like Tim is having some trouble with Bruce Wayne in this issue, because he's complaining about how Bruce allowed Stephanie into the club and told him his secret identity. It says right here, spoiler knows my secret. Bruce invites her into the club without even consulting me. I get a chance to get away from it all, and a worldwide criminal conspiracy kidnaps my pal. My mind's going in 6 directions at once. So I think he's a little on the outs, but he is enjoying a nice bag of chips. Then we see some of this. Chuck Dixon loves stuff like this, like the Cobra cult and all of the like secret ceremonies and giving birth. The what was it? The Bane Conquest dealt a lot with like this little baby who was going to be the new rebirth leader of Cobra. And actually in Suicide Squad too, they're doing a lot right now with Batman and Deadshot's daughter being like reborn. Man, nothing. This book came out in 2001, but nothing screams 90s like Tom Green. God, whatever happened to that guy? Talk about wow. Yeah, I want to smell like Tom Green, so I'm gonna wear his deodorant. Very strange. So here we see the costume that we talked about, and I mentioned it in the podcast and couldn't remember the name of the article, but the name of the issue. But you can see here, it looks a lot different. Like it looks just like, it's just like a yellow stripe on a shirt, and then like there's a circle, and here you can see it, but then here it disappears, and there's no circle there. But on the cover, right? You could see the circle, and it looked more like a Captain Kirk Star Trek 2 and 3 and 4 red uniform, where you could open it up, and it gave him more. This is, I thought it was like a hood. Maybe this is the first. Is this the first appearance of Tim Drake Robin with a hood? Was this way before the video games? I don't know, but it just doesn't look as cool inside the issue. And so they fly to the Himalayas. Here's his friend Danny. He's got some weird. She's checking out his feet, and then he's got some weird like barcode. See it there? Some weird barcode tattoo on his foot. And then they talk about, I guess, the leader of Cobra. It looks like he's blind and has some other things wrong with him that he's trying to get fixed. Here you can see Tim Drake in the hood. Is this the very first appearance of Tim Drake in a hood? I don't know. I'm gonna have to go. But everyone lost their mind when he came out in the video game wearing a hood. But maybe it was in continuity all along. Although it is cold in the Himalayan mountains. So here it takes a weird turn, because now you've got this guy flying. He's wearing a hat, nose covered. Maybe he was in the other issue. But it seems like he's flying out there as well, and I don't know who he is. Maybe I missed it in an issue I didn't read. So they start hiking up the Himalayan mountains with the only two Sherpas crazy enough to go, and they get chased by this giant ball of snow that Tim thinks is an avalanche, but is heading right towards him, and he complains that it smells like wet dog, and the Sherpas are screaming, "Oh, it's a Yeti, it's a Yeti," but Tim looks, and it's a whole bunch of itty-bitty Yetis, and then it says the weirdness continues in 30 days. So here I am at the beach, and I have to go get some comics about being in the snow. Let me see, here's the little thing here. It looks like he's still got the suit on in that next issue, and I'm gonna have to try to get that as soon as I can. So anyway, here, signing off from the beach and from the Himalayas at the same time. That's Robin. Everyone loves the Drake. Have a nice day. Enjoy the view.